Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages or the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining up, for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out, what messages come through, the cards that come out in this reading today. So the first card that we have is the Seven of Wands. We have some fire sign energy with this. You could be dealing with a fire sign, so Sagittarius, Leo, or even Aries. We've got the Chariot, and we have the Sun card. So we do have some Cancer energy with the Chariot card, as well as some Leo energy. You could be dealing with a Leo as well. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. So with this Five of Pentacles showing up here at the bottom of the deck, this does feel like a little bit of a difficult energy to be going through as far as the situation. This feels like being in a space where you may feel like somebody's turning their back on you, or you may be turning your back on a situation that's unwanted. I do feel like with this Five of Pentacles showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of being able to actually kind of experience your own strength through being able to get through a difficult situation. So I do feel like there is a sense of resilience in being able to actually find a way to be able to take back control of a situation where it feels like control is lost, as opposed to being in a space where you do feel like waiting for someone that you feel like isn't coming around. I do feel like with the Seven of Wands showing up over here in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of someone who is in a space where they feel defeated within this connection. I do feel like there's something that does feel like it's getting to them, or it's getting them down, or it's making them feel a little bit pessimistic, like it's not worth the fight. So I do feel like there's a sense of someone being in a space where when it comes to being able to actually have control in this connection, it's like they feel like they're losing. But I do feel like with the Chariot card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to actually be able to take back your power in a situation, which allows you to be able to have control over things. This does feel like a sense of being able to experience, being able to get things going in the direction that you want them to. With the Chariot card showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty successful energy. I do feel like, especially through perseverance, and I do feel like with the Chariot card, this also may have to do with travel. So with the Sun card showing up over here, this also feels like a positive energy. This feels like being able to experience a sense of happiness in a situation. And I do feel like things may have been hard, or things may have been difficult getting here. But with the Sun card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of things being worth it, and being able to make things work, also being something that's worth it in this connection. With the Sun card showing up over here, it feels like a happy energy. I do feel like when it comes to being able to make something work with someone, it is going to be being able to get through tough times. It's going to pay off. I do also feel that there's a sense of being able to experience a lot of joy in this connection on the horizon. Do you feel like this person also being in a space where they could be actually something that is getting them down physically, could actually be something that is like a physical problem that's actually kind of getting them down. With that Five of Pentacles card showing up over here, but the Sun card does feel like it's healing energy. So I do feel like there's a sense of persevering being something that's actually going to get you to this place, this happy place. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups. And we have the Devil card. So we also have Capricorn energy with the Devil card. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card in the reverse. So the Judgment card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where I do feel like when it comes to a situation, there may be a desire for being able to give something a second try. I do feel like with this card in the reverse, this may actually be a sense of being in a space where leaning on your discernment may actually mean not giving the situation a second chance, especially when it comes to having had experienced the sense of someone kind of turning their back on you. And I do feel like with the Judgment card showing up over here, this feels like a sense of having that sense of strongly knowing what you want and what you're going to accept. And I do feel like that is a condition within making this connection work. And I do feel like with the Four of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like an energy of someone who's in a space where it's like they're shutting down or they kind of closed off. And I do feel like this person may actually be struggling. Something about this Seven of Wands showing up in the reverse does feel like they're in a space where they feel like they don't know what to do. They could feel like they've got a loss of control, or they feel a bit defeated. And I do feel like with the Four of Pentacles card showing up over here, this feels like a very closed off energy. And this energy does feel like this person not really letting you in when it comes to being able to actually be open with you. But you have the Page of Cups drawn up over here. This does feel like a hopeful energy, especially when it comes to being able to be emotionally open with someone. You do feel like there is the potential for this person to follow your lead, especially with the Chariot card drawn up over here. But there is the sense of this person kind of being in a space where it's like I do feel like they're in a space where it's taking a while for them to be able to warm up to opening up to you. With that Five of Pentacles, this does feel like an energy of someone who feels like they are left out, so they could experience this feeling of having had been kind of experiencing you as turning your back on them. I do feel like it affects them quite deeply. But with the Devil card up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of being in a space where this connection is one that this person is going to be returning to. I do feel like there's a sense of this person also having that almost like an impulse to be able to come back to this connection. It is a sense of being attached. So I do feel like with the Devil card up over here, this person has strong desire for this connection at the core of it, and they're not going to let it go that easy. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have It Is Safe For You To Love. We've got Keep an Open Mind. And we have the Passion card. So with the It Is Safe For You To Love card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of this person kind of being able to open up or open their hearts to this connection with you, and that being able to be something that makes this connection easier. There's a sense of this person being able to experience a safe space in this connection with you. I feel like that's also something that's encouraging of them to be able to open up. But there is a sense of this person being in a space where it's like they are opening up. I feel like there's also a sense of being able to have and learn more about this person on a deeper level. And we also have the Devil card up over here. This does feel like a sense of this person having a lot that they go through, or that they deal with, or they try to suppress, than what they lead with. And we do feel like with the Devil card up over here, this does feel like a toxic energy, especially when it comes to either the relationship with themselves or the relationship in this connection, in the way that they are attaching. I do feel like with the Devil card up over here, this does feel like an energy of this person having a lot of, they could have a lot of vices, a lot of addictions, and I do feel like that kind of gets them down. I do feel like with the It Is Safe For You To Love card showing up over here, this does feel like a sense of this person having a safe space and connection with you. With the Keep an Open Mind card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of dealing with someone who is different from the usual type. I do feel like when it comes to your expectations of who you'll end up with or who you're going to be with, this does feel like a connection that kind of defies those expectations. But I do feel like with this Keep an Open Mind card showing up over here, this is about being able to find a sense of a hidden gem in something that you, in a place where you would not have looked before. So I do feel like keeping an open mind could actually be something that's also to your advantage. I also feel that with the Page of Cups showing up over here, there is a sense of actually having some feelings of being connected, and I do feel like also there's a sense of being quite infatuated with someone. And I do feel like there's something about this connection where the emotions that you get from this connection are also something that's kind of blossoming, or is something that is growing. And I do feel like with the Chariot card up over here, this feels like an energy of being able to get through the worst of times or the challenging times in the connection. I do feel like with the Five of Pentacles that there may have been a false start, but I do feel like there is a sense of a desire to be able to move forward past that. With the Passion card up over here, I'm getting this card pertaining to this Devil card. This does feel like having a strong passionate connection with someone. And I do also feel that it actually feels like happiness to be around this person, and this person may feel this way about you too. With this, with the sun card showing up over here, this feels like it's contributing to a sense of healing, and healing of any kind of emotional baggage acquired from past relationships that may have been suppressed or gone unaddressed, especially when it comes to any past traumas accumulated over time. With the passion card showing up over here, this does feel like a connection that matters the most. It does feel like being able to experience this connection as it's like there's a sense of it being an all-encompassing feeling. Do feel like it's like a visceral feeling when it comes to being able to spend time with you. It feels pleasant, it feels enjoyable, it feels like being able to experience someone's heart singing and being able to enjoy joy in that way. Even with the sun card, that does feel like a happy energy that this person gets from this connection. I feel like it's also a motivating factor within your connection. So I do feel like there's a sense of being in a space where there's a sense of this person being in a space where they need to fight for this connection, or they need to be able to fight for being able to show up for this connection. So with this Five of Pentacles showing up over here at the bottom of the deck, this does feel like an energy of someone being in a space where they kind of feel rejected. There may have been a false start, but there is a desire for being able to give things a second chance or be able to work things out. I do feel like with the Judgment card in the reverse, it feels like an energy of a person who's kind of giving you an option to be able to make something work a second time, or be able to actually experience working things out and giving things a second chance. I do feel like with the Judgment card in the reverse, this may actually be a decision this person is kind of presenting to you. And I do feel like with the It Is Safe For You To Love card showing up over here, this person is in a space where they may be needing to be able to feel encouragement, especially with that Seven of Wands in the reverse. It feels like a defeated energy. This does feel like a sense of this person kind of being stuck in their ways, or being in a space where it's like they are shutting down with the Four of Pentacles as well. But I do feel like they're holding on to the situation and they don't want to lose it with that Four of Pentacles. This feels like an energy of a fear of losing you as well. So I do feel like there's a sense of this person kind of wanting to be able to get you to open your mind to a second chance with them. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.